Hello everyone, welcome to part 17 of Haunt Insider. This whole week has been very Halloween related when it comes to my vlogs. Starting back when I put episode 16 up, every day has just been something Halloween related. So if you have missed a few or so, go check back starting around when I posted the Haunt Insider 16 and check out and see what I'm up to. Most importantly, I want to say for this episode, thank you to Rotwang's Robot 001. She has found a couple haunts for me, so this episode is dedicated to her. So the first two, thank you, Rotwang's Robot. The first haunt is Dread Night Cemetery. It is on the YouTube channel CJ Cluster, and it's one video, and it was posted, I think, on March 31st, so not very long ago at all. And it just goes to show that you can still, like, you know, every week there's a new video from a new haunt you've never heard of that just pops up on here, and some are just, you know, absolutely amazing. It's like, where have they been? Where have they been hiding? Obviously they've been doing this for more than, you know, just that year, and this is one of those cases. So first, go subscribe to them. Definitely do that. Get their channel, or at least get their video uploads off to a good start, and thumbs up their video as well. They have a really cool setup with a little shack, and that's sort of the key focus thing I want to talk about. I was recently thinking of doing a shack sometime in the future, of like a little wooden cabin in the garage at our haunt, and have you walk through it. Well, this one was just cool because it has like a wolf. You see a wolf, sort of like a werewolf, standing inside, and then when you walk past, the werewolf lunges out at you. So that's the little clip that I'm going to show right now. Alright, there's the shack. You can see the wolf inside of it, and then it'll show you a little up close, and then bam, nighttime shot. I like how the wolf head like separates from the body and shoots out. You can kind of get an idea of, you know, the little haunted shack. Along the driveway, I believe there's a thin section of corn stalks, and there's some like pumpkin-headed scarecrow creatures in there. Pretty cool looking, but up near their front door there's sort of a pumpkin-headed family of people that are just really creepy looking. You know, I've seen as a kid the stuffed clothing, you know, newspaper stuffed clothing with like a carved pumpkin on its head. This is just completely different. Very, very bizarre and creepy, and I can see it like in a B horror movie of, you know, a family of these pumpkin-headed people. There's these cool skeleton wall, basically a candle holder, but they're like the upper torso, and they sort of leaning out of the wall at an angle, and they just have one single flicker candle like stabbed into the top of their head. I like those a lot. And there's a lunging corpse that they show in the video real quick. Just you know, quick scare. I kind of like how there's no sound to it. I'm not sure if that was just, you know, in the video there's no sound to that prop, but I liked the idea of it, you know, just silently kind of coming at you. Again, that is the YouTube channel CJ Cluster, and it is the haunt Dread Night Cemetery. Go check them out. Up next, coming again, thank you from Rotwang's Robot, is the haunt Uncle Binley's Dungeon, and it is on the YouTube channel Jumblo Binley. There are 5 videos on the channel, all Halloween. Again, barely any subscribers. I think they have 5 subs or something right now. 2 of the videos are from a year or so ago, and the other videos are from this year. It is another compact little haunt, all really tightly packed up against the house, it looks like, against the front of the house. Very, very unique, mainly the 2011 videos. The music and just the way they're shot and edited for a Halloween video, they're almost more like fun and just, you know, kind of goofy. The music for the 2011 one is just really goofy, but I loved it. The little highlight vid I want to show real quick is of a animated prop they call the Well Breaker. It's basically a skeleton on a little sort of like tilt mechanic where it pushes itself up and lifts itself. Looks like it's, you know, trying to push itself up out of the well. So check that out. This would be a great prop even if it was just a static prop, but I love its jerky, jarring start and stop motion it has. and then you can see it's kind of pushing itself up out of a well. Very, very creepy. And that's a really cool tree, too. Now, there is a video for both the 2010 and 2011 haunt. The 2011 video is mainly, it's just a slideshow of pictures, but the 2010 does have footage of some of their animated props, and I kind of wish the 11 one also had some footage there, because their animated props are pretty unique and just sort of cool little tricks and gags. I love how this haunt is just dirty looking, and I mean that in a great way. I mean, the trees and the walls and the dungeon facade are very grimy, and it just has like this look like stuff's been growing on it naturally. They have some really cool tombstones too that I've never really seen quite that style done, of some random skulls placed on them where it looks like, you know, they're inside the tombstone, and the tombstones are very, very simplistic, but you have just you know, cool, well placed, you know, cracks just in the corners, just very, I would almost say, sort of like a overly animated idea for a tombstone. Not a tombstone you'd go to a graveyard, obviously, and find, but very overly Halloween, you know, style. There's one that has like two hands coming out of it. I really dig those tombstones. There's, like I said, there's quite a few little animated props that they did. Another cool one is it looks like a, you know, a wooden coffin popped up out of the ground, but the front of it actually has some like fabric straps that go down in place of, you know, where the boards would be, and a skeleton pops up from underneath the fabric straps and then goes back down. I thought that was just a really cool idea, than having to build like a wooden front and having the skeleton attached to it. They just sort of bypassed that and said, screw it, we'll just have it, you know, pop right through. It looks like sort of like it's busting through the, you know, the fabric or the wood on the coffin. Again, there's not really much else to say about this except for go checking out. Again, the music I thought in the 2011 one was just really, Katie was listening to it while I was watching the video, and she's like, what the hell are you watching? Because it does not sound like something from, you know, what you'd expect from a Halloween video. Again, this is on the YouTube channel Jumblo Binley. Sorry, the name was screwing up my other words. And the haunt is Uncle Binley's Dungeon. This last haunt is an old favorite of mine. I think I first found it back on Flickr looking at photos many, many years ago. It is the haunt Spider Rider of Dunringill, and it's on the YouTube channel ZLALOMZ. Many people probably know about it, especially from, you know, the forums or seeing pictures somewhere else. But I really wanted to kind of showcase it, mainly as, you know, at the end of this one, just to say that, you know, it's more recent years, especially 2011 and even 2010, have not gotten very many views for the absolute amazing quality and for how long that they've been doing, you know, the haunt and putting up haunt videos. There's videos of the haunt on their channel from 2007 all the way up to 2011. There's 15 videos in all Halloween related on their channel. I love how clear in like HD quality the video is, and you get to really look at every little scene and prop for a long time. They definitely sort of pan the camera around and then they just sit it there for a few seconds so you can kind of soak it all in. And that's sort of what the little clip I'm going to show is just a few of the little sections and how, you know, detailed and crisp you get to watch them. So here it is. So those are the Rat Witch Sisters. And as it pans down, you can see there's like a little skeleton creature holding up one of their books. And then I just love this camera pan of how much, you know, plant matter and how much depth you get in their haunt. You can see that flying crank ghost way back there. And they always have that bat flying around. Just fantastic. Like I said, as you can see in that video, there's just so much plant matter and moss draped over everything. And they're right at the beginning of 2011 vid, they do this camera pan from like their neighbor's yard. You can see a couple houses, and they just pan over, and just how thick it looks in their front yard is so cool with their plants. And then again, those Rat Witch Sisters, there's dangling a rat over the cauldron. There's rats over their hats. Hey, that rhymed. Yeah, so fantastic quality just of everything that they have. I noticed in one part the ground of their yard looks like the ground of a forest. Like it just has just enough roots showing and sort of matted down dirt from maybe people walking, you know, like through the woods. Just a really cool overall yard to have it in. In the 2010 video, there's you can see some Rising Ghosts props that they had that they didn't do in the 2011. It's back in like the graveyard. It just was another thing that I remember seeing for the first time, that it gave more depth. It just gave, you know, another plane of view for, you know, some props going in different directions. Even though it's a really simple idea and they're very small ghosts, it was sort of the first time that I'd really seen, you know, that done with them rising up from the graves. And then I've definitely seen over the years people have copied that idea in their own form, which I think I even featured in a video a while back of somebody had ghosts popping up from behind the gravestones. But I saw it first on the Spider Rider haunt. And of course, the name of the haunt, their great spider, big huge prop they have in their yard with the pumpkin-headed little skeleton guy dangling a skull on a chain in front of it to, you know, lead it on. Again, I know you guys have probably heard or seen this haunt before, but the channel only has 57 views, and, you know, that's, to me, that's just not right. I think, you know, what happens is some of these bigger haunts, maybe they have one certain year where a video or on a forum or something, it gets a lot of views, and then people sort of either forget about it, or they just don't go follow up or check on, you know, what they did the next year. And I definitely think that's sort of the case of Spider Rider. One of my favorites, and I've been following them for many years, so please go check it out. The spelling of the channel is going to be, you know, a little tricky, so go check it out down below. It's the ZLALOMZ, and again, Spider Rider of Dunringill. Again, thank you to Rotwang's Robot 001 for pointing me in the right direction for those first two haunts. We're coming up, what is this, 17, like I said. I leave for tour pretty quick. I'll try to get one more episode up and maybe one pre-recorded for Katie to load up while I'm gone. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep in the Halloween stuff coming to you guys and hope you're enjoying it. As always, subscribe to me, subscribe to the other channels, thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you guys think, let me know, you know, if you guys want to see, you know, a certain haunt, if you find it and you want other people to know about it, definitely, you know, shoot me a message or, you know, on YouTube. And I am obviously not against, you know, taking haunt handouts from anyone on cool haunts to feature. So thank you guys for watching. As always, peace out.